that's David Varnado, and he's just about the greatest fiddle player that ever walked this planet. And on November 16th of 2017, the words you see here were said and written for David Varnado at the Museum of the Gulf Coast Hall of Fame in Port Arthur, Texas. Hi, I'm Don Meehan, here in my new studio, and I want to tell you that I know the feeling of having those words bestowed upon you. And all that hoopla about me, and I'm not even dead yet, LOL. Well, that award doesn't just talk about this area. It also recognizes your personal contributions to the musical heritage of not just the Gulf Coast region, but of the United States and the world. Wow, what powerful words, what an honor. We're going to go over to the Museum of the Gulf Coast now, where Director Tom Neal is reading about all of David's awards these past months.
In 2006, David was hired by Neil McCoy to play fiddle, mandolin, and acoustic guitar. In 2009, David began to play for multi-platinum artist Sammy Kershaw. In 2017 and 2016, it's been a very good big year for David. On Friday, September 30, 2016, David was awarded the Lifetime Achievement Cajun Fiddle Player Award at the 47th Annual Texas Rice Festival in Winnie, Texas. And it just gets started from there. David was previously nominated in 2001 for the Academy of Country Music Award Best Fiddle Player of the Year, and was nominated again for the same award in 2017. On April 3rd, 2017, David received the Legend Award from the American Fiddlers Association. On May 1st, 2017, David was invited to Nashville to receive the Living Legend Fiddler Award from country music star Vince Gill and the Time Jumpers. On June 12, 2017, was proclaimed the City of Nederland, Texas, David Varnado Day. On June 27, 2017, David was invited to the Texas State Capitol to receive an award, Most Honorable Musician from the state of Texas. On August 8, 2017, David was invited to the office of U.S. Congressman Louis Gohmert in Tyler, Texas, to congratulate him on his 6 recent achievements in the music industry. Thank you. I'm going on. On September 28, 2017, David was awarded a Fiddler of the Year by the 2017 Texas Country Music Awards. And that little side note, Johnny Gimbel's a name, was an American country musician associated with Western swing. Gimbel was also considered one of the most important fiddlers in the genre. He was included in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1999 in the Early Influences category as a member of the Bob Wills and the Texas Playboys, and he played with on many of George Strait's hit songs. So with that being said, on October 25th, 2017, David was awarded the 2018 Country Music Association of Texas Choice Awards, the Johnny Gimbel Fiddler, America's Greatest Fiddler Award of the award year, and just within the last few weeks, David has been honored one more time by the Austin Federation of Musicians Local 433 as the Most Valuable Player Award for 2017. Now, the reason we're here. On October 26, 2017, the Port Arthur Historical Society Board of Directors approved the inclusion of David Varnado to be inducted in the Museum of the Gulf Coast Music Hall of Fame. As stated earlier, David started playing with Jo-El Sonnier at age 16, and Jo-El was responsible for introducing David, of course, to Nashville. He played years at the Grand Ole Opry, and David also played at the White House and on the Jay Leno show, as well as the Conan O'Brien show. David also played with the Oak Ridge Boys and a long list of recording artists in their studio sessions. It's been said that there will never be another David Varnado. To introduce now the president of the Port Arthur Historical Society, Dr. Sam Monroe, and he is here tonight to handle our induction.
Thank you so much, Tom. It's great to see such a great audience here a fan base that it's without, I don't know, David, he draws a crowd when he plays, he draws a crowd when he doesn't play. So we're mighty happy to have him. I've known David for a long time, and I remember him as a kid, really, when he was playing in that Dad's restaurant. We used to hear about that all the time. I want to say a word. We got some other members of the Hall of Fame who are already present here tonight. We don't like to call them artifacts. Javagene is back here. He's been mentioned. And Jo-El Sonnier. Right over here. And one of our newest inductees into the Music Hall of Fame, Don Meehan, is here. A great engineer. Don's the great engineer that did that Bob Dylan project that won the Nobel Peace Prize. And he was the engineer on that recording. And that gold album is upstairs in the Hall of Fame. Good to see you. Good sir. The board of directors, what did you say?
Want to be 4-time platinum.
4-time platinum. That's a lot of sales. So it's great to welcome you into the Music Hall of Fame. And let me read this certificate that I want to present to you. David Varnado is hereby included in the Music Hall of Fame in recognition of personal contributions to the musical heritage of the Gulf Coast region and the United States and the world. And I've had the privilege of signing this as president of the Port Arthur Historical Society that owns and operates the museum with the city of Port Arthur. And Tom Neal, who recommended to the board, also signed this, and we hope this certificate will find a place in your home. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Sam Monroe. I want to thank everyone that he mentioned for allowing me to be into this great, great historical museum. I'm proud to be from Port Arthur, Texas. I was born and raised right here. Although I've traveled near and far from Nashville to overseas to perform for our troops, and I've never forgot my hometown, and I've always missed it any time I've ever left from here. There's a guy sitting back here by the name of Buddy Oliver that took me. I was just turned 13 years old, and my dad was bringing me to a place called the Boudin Hut here in Port Arthur, Texas. It was on Gulfway in Maine, and my mother and my father, after a while, trusted him to come get me and bring me to the Boudin Hut. He is responsible for putting me on the first stage I ever played on. He's responsible for me ever being in a club to get my schooling. And he's responsible for me making my first nickel. Thank you, brother. And first and foremost, I want to say I had great parents. My parents was very strict on me, and I know somebody would think, man, what kind of parents would let somebody take off 13 years old and run into a bar and play? But they trusted Buddy, and I want to thank the good Lord above for giving me talent.